Good morning, students. We are already discussed in a previous lectures that about the trends in transition elements. In that, already we have discussed about the atomic number, ionization, enthalpy, magnetic properties, and many more things. Now, in our today topics, we are doing the unit 8, that is the D and F block elements. In this, today we will discuss about the oxidation state. Oxidation state of a transition elements. Transition elements means we are today we have discussed about the oxidation state of a D block elements. Firstly, that is a transition element, or we can say that D block element is show the variable oxidation state. Variable means their oxidation state is not constant like +2 +3. They have a variable oxidation state that is depend upon the element. Clear? And second one is that Yenner configuration of a D block elements n-1 D1 to 10 ns1 or 2. In this D orbital has a 3D has a higher energy as compared to that of a 4s, but their energy difference is almost none, or we can say that they have a same. So that's why in an oxidation state both 3d and 4s orbital are participating, because we have to remove the electrons from both 3d and 4s orbital to get a stable configuration. In that, firstly we have to remove the electron from a 4s orbital. After that, we have to remove the electrons from a 3d orbitals. Clear? Why they show the variable oxidation state? Because in the transition series, both the d and s orbital are participating to remove the electron from the outermost shell to get a stable electronic configuration. Now, in this, there are the mainly three series: 3D, 4D, and 5D transition series. Firstly, we have discussed about the 3D transition series. In a 3D transition series, firstly, which elements are present? That is scandium, vanadium, titanium, chromium. Next one is your manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, and zinc. Atomic number is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And the configuration becomes 3D 1 4s 2, 3D 2 4s 2. Next one is 3D 3 4s 2, 3D 5 and 4s 1, 3D 5 4s 2, 3D 6 4s 2, 3D 7 4s 2, 3D 8 and 4s 2, 3D 10 and 4s 1, 3D 10 and 4s. Now there are the two exceptions in a case of a chromium and copper while we are writing the configuration. Next, that is the filling. Now, how many electrons are present in a 3D? Only one electron. And in a 4s, two electrons are present. In a case of a vanadium, that is the two electrons are present when we are applying the Hund's rule of multiplicity. And two electrons are present in a 4s. Second one is 1, 2, 3 in a D. This one. Now 5 in a D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 in a 4. Now in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 in this 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 in this. 2, 3, 4. This one about the configuration. Filling. Next one is the oxidation state. They show the variable oxidation state. In a case of scandium, that is the most stable oxidation state, or we can say that only +3 oxidation state is shown. Why? Because 4s orbital and 3d orbital are equal energy. So that's why firstly we have to remove the 2 electrons from a 4s orbital, and with that one electron is also removed from a 3d to get a stable configuration. So that's why scandium showed a +3 oxidation state. Now in the case of your titanium, that is which oxidation they show +2. This one 2 + 1 +3 +4. In this case 2 + 2 +3 +4 +5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. In this case, that is 2 +3 +4 +5 and +6. In this case, +2 +3 +4 +5 and +6. In an oxidation state, so only the unpaired electrons are participating. In that case, now look, that is the paired electrons are not participating. In this +2 oxidation state, 4s, then +3 +4 +5 and +6 in a case of iron, and +7 and 8 are not participating because this is a paired electron. Now in this case +2 +3 +4 in a case of cobalt. In this case, that is a +2 +3 and +4. 2, 3, 4. In this case, +1 and +2. But in a case of zinc, that is a +2. Now, these are the variable oxidation state of each element. But in that, each element have a stable configuration. In a case of a scandium, that is a +3 oxidation state is the more stable. When we are talking about the vanadium, that is the +4 oxidation state is the more stable. Why? 2 electrons is removed from 4s and 2. Then argon configuration, that is the fully filled, and that becomes a stable configuration. And in a case of a titanium, +5 oxidation state is more stable. Now you are talking about here that is the +1 or the +6 oxidation state is more stable. But no, in that case is +3 and +6 oxidation state is more stable. In a case of chromium, that is the chromium 3 positive and chromium +6. What is the reason behind it? that is the one electron is easily removed from a 4s. In that we have said that a stable configuration, but note what is the reason. That is we have already discussed in the previous lecture, that is the splitting of a d orbital will be there like this. Now in a case of a chromium, that is 5 electron, 1 2 3 4 5. So we can say that one electron is removed from a 4s and 2 from a higher 3d orbital. So that's why 3d chromium 3 positive is stable. Second one is the 3 also, this one plus 6. Chromium 3 positive and 3 6 plus 6 oxidation state is more stable, but that is due to the splitting of a d orbital. In a case of iron, that is a plus 3 and plus 2 and plus 3 oxidation state is more stable. 2 is from this, and after that in that plus 3 also, that is remove the electron from this orbital and they become stable. And in the case of a cobalt, that is a plus 2 and plus 3 oxidation state is more stable. In a case of a nickel, that is a plus 2 oxidation state is more stable. In a case of a copper, that is you can say that plus 1, according to you, that is a plus 1 oxidation state is more stable, because one electron is removed from a 3d, a 4s. If we are talking about the plus 2 oxidation state, then one is from a 3d and they become unpaired electron. What is the reason behind it? That is why the plus 2 oxidation state of a chromium is copper is stable, because if we about a CuCl, in that case is oxidation state of a copper is 1, but the hydration enthalpy is very low. But if we are talking about the plus 2 oxidation, in that case is the plus 2 oxidation state is there of a copper, but you can say that in that case ionization enthalpy is more, because this is a fully filled orbital and we have a required large amount of energy to remove an electron. But in that case is the hydration and energy enthalpy is more. So hydration energy compensate the ionization enthalpy. So that's why copper 2 positive is more stable. In a case of a zinc, that is the zinc 2 positive is more stable. This is about the variation of oxidation state of a 3d orbital. If we're talking about, that is in a case of 3d transition, that is the manganese show the maximum oxidation state, that is the plus 7 oxidation state. Here in a 3d series, that is the maximum oxidation state is shown by the manganese. Now we are talking about the 4d transition elements. In a case of a 4d, which elements are present? How can we remember? यारी जरा निभाना मौत तक, रुकावट राह में पड़े तो आग में कूद. And atomic number is 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47, and 48. And the configuration becomes 4d1, 5d, 4d1, 5s2 as we have written. In a case of a platinum, we are doing the exception now. In a case of a platinum, the configuration is 4d, 10, and 5s 0. No one electron is present in a case of a s orbital. Clear? Next one is oxidation state. They also show the variable oxidation state now. But in a case of a ytterbium, that is they show the plus 3 oxidation state, because 2 electrons are participating from a 5s and 1 is from a 4d. And second one is the case of a ytterbium, that is a plus 3 and a plus 4. But in a case of a vanadium, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4 and plus 5. In a case of a mammalian, that is the +2, +3, +4, +5 and +6. In a case of a titanium, that is a +2, +4 and +5. In that cases, that is a +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7 and +8. In a 3D orbital, we have state that only the unpaired electrons are participating in oxidation state. But these law is not applicable about the 4D transition elements. In the 4D transition elements, that is the paired electron is also participating. So that's why radium show the maximum oxidation state, that is the +8 oxidation state. Most important question is that the element which shows the maximum oxidation state, that is the from 4D transition, that is the radium show the maximum oxidation state, that is the +8. In the next +2, +3, +4 and +6, +2, +3, +4, +1, +2 and +3, and in that case +2. Clear? But the most stable is +3, +4, +5, and in this case, that is all these are stable. In the case of our titanium, that is +2. In that case, in the case of our radium, that is the most important or stable here, this one, +2, +3 and +2, +2, 3 and 4. And in the case of this one, that is the +2, +3 and +4. In the case of platinum, that is the +2 and +4. But in the case of that is silver, +1, and in this case +2. These are the most stable configuration. Most elements are existing in this stable configuration. Now, in our 5D transition elements, that is which elements are present, how can we remember? La, Hafta, W, Ray, osmium, iridium, platinum, gold and mercury. And the atomic number of lanthanum is 57. After that, transition series will be there, that is the 14 electron. After that, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79 and 80 are the atomic number of these element. Configuration is in a cases, that is the 4f orbital is present, so 4f orbital is fully filled. In that, next, that is the 5d2, 4s2, 5d3. This is the configuration of these element. Now this one is the oxidation state and the stable oxidation state, that is I will circle. You know that is the most important question, that is which element is show the maximum oxidation state, that is your osmium. Osmium show the +8 oxidation state. Clear? And this is most stable also. And now, if we are talking about the 3D, then manganese is maximum oxidation state, that is +7. If we about the 4D series, that is rubidium, that is Ru, that is +8 oxidation state. In a 5D transition, that is the osmium, that's +8 oxidation. And from a full D transition elements, D block elements, two elements that is which show the maximum oxidation state, that is your rubidium and osmium, that is Ru and OS. Here this is the most important question. Next one is in an oxidation state, that they have a combining capacity. Combining capacity of an element to form a bond. Which type of a bond they form? They form two types of a bond, that is the covalent bond. Second one is the ionic bond. And when they form a ionic bond and when they form a covalent bond, when they are just in a low oxidation state, means +2 +3, then they show the ionic bond, low oxidation state. But when the element is exist in a higher oxidation state, +6 +7 +8, then in that cases they show the covalent bond. In a higher oxidation state they show the covalent bond. Is it clear? They oxidation is but they have a combining capacity to form a bond. They form a two types of a bond, that is a covalent and a ionic bond. And in the case of a ionic bond, that is a when they are formed when low oxidation, they exist in a low oxidation state. When they form a covalent bond, when they exist in a higher oxidation state. In the next, that is one example is there, Mn4 negative. In that case, Mn have a +7 oxidation state and they form in a covalent bond. They exist in a covalent bond. This is about the oxidation state we have discussed today. Thank you.